Okay, guys. I showed you the cutting of the scabbard. Just straighten them up. So what I've done is just like in the mock-up, I cut a little groove there at the end of the where the dye comes in. So I've done that on these because I liked how that turned out. I like the two tones, and with the rabbit fur, it's going to give it three different tones. So I've done that on both strips. I don't know if you can see it with all the light I've got on me, but I've done that. It came out pretty good. Like I said, though, I'm still learning first scabbard, so there are some areas where I kind of made a boo-boo, but I think I can make them disappear a little bit because they're not that bad. So what I also did is I went down to the bottom of the pieces I cut, and then I took right where the end part was going to be, and it was the 17/32 hole. So I drew a circle there, and then I laid the sword on top. Well, here you kind of see it there. And then I laid the sword on here and figured out where the taper was going to be of the sword. So with that, and then I put the little markers on the template right in the middle of the paper. And then I made my circle, and then I connected on one side up to the circle. So I just kind of drew the circle and brought it in to where it's touched that circle right away. And then I drew a line. And then I cut out that line, or I drew in that line. And then I folded it over, and then I cut out my line. So that would give me the same on both sides. So where this one kind of looks funny because I was doing a mock-up, so I didn't really care too much about, making it precise. So it kind of has a weird shape to the tip. Where this is nice and round. So I did that on all three pieces. So I got that on these two pieces. And then I got it on this piece. This piece kind of cut really weird, but that can hide out. So then the next thing I plan on doing is to do the lacing. I've got to put holes in the leather. And last time, what I did with the center piece is once I got it to this point, I actually cut out the center. And that gave me two edges that were very floppy and moved around. So I'm going to leave it solid for right now while I do this part here. That way, I don't have it moving around so much, and it's easier when I transfer those holes onto my side pieces. That way, once I do that transfer, and the glue up will be a lot easier because the holes will be a lot better aligned. To do the edge here, do a little decorative edge, actually what I used was my stitching groover. And that just lines up, and I can show you real quick on, this is the back side of a piece of leather, but we'll do it on the front side. So you line this up so it's your edge guide, and you set your depth, and then you just sit there and you go like this. And here. So it makes that line there. Then from the center of that, you get like this spaghetti thing. It's kind of cool looking, but there's nothing I can use it for. So if someone's got a composting bin, I can give it to them. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw that away. So that's how I did that. And then to put those holes in there, I'm going to be using this punch here. It's solid. And the only thing is it's 3 holes, so that's a lot of punching. So I got to worry about deal with that. Then for like the curves, you can't line it up right there. So I'm going to use this one, and then I can take out what I need so the holes will match up. And so that I get it spaced right at 1/8 of an inch from the edge, I'm going to take my little edge creaser, and at 1/8 of an inch on the center piece, I'm going to make a crease mark. And that's going to get hidden when I attach the sides to it. So I'm going to make that crease, and then I'm going to put one hole right at the tip. And I'm going to go down one side and then down the other side. And that'll give me my holes. I haven't cut it to length yet. I've kind of left it alone there. I'm going to see where the holes line up. And then on the sword, when I lay the sword onto here, that way that'll give me an idea of right where to cut it off. And once I do that to the centerpiece, I can just lay the top pieces onto it, and then take the round knife and nick it off real quick. So that'll be easy. I'm not too worried about that. And then once I get those holes in, I can start thinking about doing the reinforcement panel. Mock up again so it kind of looks thrown together, but that's exactly what it was. It was thrown together because I was just kind of seeing how that was going to look, but I think that's going to look awesome. So I'm going to do that part, get the lacing all done. So after my next video is I'm going to have these all punched out, and then I'm going to cut this centerpiece real quick to the actual length. That way I'm not also cutting right through where a set of holes are going to be. I'm gonna know, I can move it up just a little bit. Yeah, the sword's not gonna come, and it's not gonna bottom out because I don't want that point hitting into that leather all the time. It's gonna be suspended a little bit. So once that's done, it'll be suspended up here, and then that'll give me an idea of where to give it a cut once I do that, and then suspend the sword and all that. And then I can just nick off the two sides with the round knife too, using that as a pattern. So that's my next step in the whole build, is just getting that crease put in, and then getting the holes put into the centerpiece. I think that would be considered the gusset, since this is going to be the edge basically. And then these would be my two faces. So once I get that all done, I'll come back to you guys, and I'll show you the nick process and all that. So yeah, that's what I've got for this video right now, and have a good one, guys. I hope you enjoy these videos. These videos are more for helping me document my process of learning. I hope I can come back a couple of years and go, oh, you know what, I know how to do that better now, and be able to show you even a better product. So have a good one, guys, and I hope this new year, or the year that has just started, brings everybody happiness and joy.